Hello, welcome to D&D Whenever, when you do things whenever. It's Tundrafire checking back up with ya. Today we're going to be doing a video on the gods of 5e. This will be a mini-part series, so we're going to be starting out with the deities of the Forgotten Realms Part 1, which means the first 11 within the book, the Player's Handbook. Do be warned, I will probably mispronounce some names, repeat some names, and I will put their spelling there, and you can say it however you like. So, the first god is a goddess, Auril, or Auril, however you wish to pronounce it. Again, I will put the spelling. The goddess of winter. A neutral evil goddess with the domains of nature and tempest under her belt. It's said that she has a heart of ice with no hint of love, noble feeling, or honor. Those who gain her anger, she often kills by trapping them in an ice storm, as they are given visions of comfort and warmth, which is said to drive them insane, as they die from freezing to death. Her symbol is a six-pointed snowflake, and she is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Azuth or Azuth, god of wizards. This lawful neutral god is of the domain of knowledge, which is no surprise at all. His symbol is a left hand pointed up, outlined by fire, because you can't forget Fireball. He is said to be a lesser deity who is worshipped by casters, particularly wizards. Again, no surprise. Bit obvious. He's known for having a dry wit, and his drive for knowledge of the arcane has put him at odds with others. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Bane, god of tyranny. Not my favorite, honestly. He can screw off, but I'll tell you about him. I'll tell you why I hate him in another video. Anyway, Bane, this lawful evil god who hails over tyranny, is of the domain of war. His symbol is an upright black right hand with the thumb and fingers together. His one wish is to control all of Faerun because he's a dick. He does not usually act on his own because he's a lazy prick, sending his minions and followers to do his dirty work, instead planning and plotting behind the scenes. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Beshada, or Beshada, however you wish to pronounce it. Goddess of misfortune. The chaotic evil goddess who touches upon the domain of trickery. Her symbol is that of black antlers. She demands worship in exchange for sanctuary from the bad luck she wields and takes delight in cursing others, namely sailors and seafarers, when it comes to navigation, making them lost at sea. She seeks to destroy her sister Tymora, who's known as Lady Luck. Beshada is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Bale, god of murder. This one's gonna be fine! Got a friend named Siri! She'd love this one! Bale is a neutral evil god of the death domain, whose symbol is a skull surrounded by a ring of blood droplets. Number of blood droplets is not specified. I did my research. The Lord of Murder, he is feared throughout all of Faerun, along with Bane and Markul, who I will talk about later. He makes up the portfolio of Jergal and is part of what's called the Dead Three. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Chauntea, goddess of agriculture. She is a neutral good goddess of the life domain. I wish we had more good gods in this video. Her symbol is that of a shelf of grain or a blooming rose over grain. She is the goddess of farmers, gardeners, plants cultivated by mortals, and the season of summer. Some worshippers say she gave life to the natural world and/or is the creator of mortal life. The manifestation of earth, her enemy is Talana, the goddess of pestilence. Chauntea is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Cyric, or Kyric, god of lies. This chaotic evil god of the trickery domain has a symbol of a jawless skull on a black or purple sunburst, also known as the Mad God or the Lord of the Three Crowns. Not only does he rule over lies, but he has some hands in strife as well, often pushing people to ruin or end their own lives, as he is petty and self-centered. As all others, he is part of the Faerunian pantheon, because... Forgotten Realms be like... Deneir, god of writing. Neutral good in his work of the knowledge domain, his symbol is of a lit candle above an open eye. His churches are known for holding ancient records and strive towards greater learning and invention. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Eldath, goddess of peace. Neutral good goddess who has a hand in the life and nature domain. Her symbol is a waterfall plunging into a still pool. Also known as the Green Goddess and Mother Guardian of Groves, she is also known as the Goddess of Serenity, Comfort, and Healing. Any water she blesses is said to cure any sickness and madness, so keep her in mind if you're going against Grotst or Demon Devil Lord. She is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Gond, god of craft. He is a neutral god of the knowledge domain with a toothed keg with 4 spokes as a symbol. The deity over craft and smithwork, he is gaining a rapid following amongst the rock gnomes and is known as Nebulun in the gnome pantheon. He is in the Faerunian and gnomish pantheon, because finally there's someone that's part of more than the Faerunian pantheon. Helm, god of protection. The lawful neutral god of the life and light domain, his symbol is a staring eye on an upright left gauntlet. The god of protection, guardians, and protectors, worshipped by often guards and paladins, he is known for being cold and focused as a defender and sometimes as an enforcer. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. Last but not least, Ilmater, god of endurance. Lawful good in his nature, with the domain of life in his red corded bound hands, his symbols of hands bound at the wrist by red cord. He is known as the crying god, the broken god, and the lord of the rack, also the one who endures. He encourages those who are strong and to worship him, to take the burdens of others or take their place. He is part of the Faerunian pantheon. And that is the first 11 gods out of about 30-something gods within the Forgotten Realms. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it educational. If you have any questions, concerns, and whatnot, by all means, comment. We also have a Discord now, so if you wish to join that Discord to possibly interact with me or others and find out any news, then by all means. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you nerds later.